Alright everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video with Fat Phil. So I want to kind of take a minute here, talk about what I'm going to be doing with my account now, what comes next. So I recently just was able to get every single Galactic Legend in the game. I unlocked Leia, we're working on her ultimate right now. So this has been a huge milestone for me because this is the first time I've ever been caught up with Galactic Legends. It's the first time where I've actually gotten every single Galactic Legend in the game at the same time, where like there's not one that I have to be farming. So obviously there's other things I still need to get in the journey guide. But we're going to get into what I do next, why that is, and kind of give you guys maybe some frameworks and things that you can use to better your farming plans. So with that said, if you can like, subscribe, comment down below, let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you guys. And of course, I've got to give a shout out to my channel members. Thank you to all those who are on the council, even if you aren't yet granted the rank of master. I do truly appreciate your support, and I hope that I am earning that support. I hope that I am still providing good content to you. And then obviously, I've got to thank those who are at the Wampa and Jedi Master tiers. Thank you guys. I cannot thank you all enough. You are fantastic human beings. You know, being able to just support this channel the way you do is just awesome to see, and me and my entire family very much appreciate it. So what am I going to be doing now? Why, and how, basically. So I've got Leia, and I did take her to Relic 8. So the next thing I'm doing here is I'm actually working on Shore Trooper to Relic 8 for my guild. I could Relic him right now. I've just been holding off because I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of like wimping out a little bit. I'll do it, but it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot worse than Leia did, because at least Leia's going to help me in some way. But I've got to get Shore Trooper to Relic 8. So that's kind of the next thing I've, got to do for the guild. And I talk about this a lot, that I had to worry about getting Leia before I could spend those resources on Snow Trooper. And it was a good thing I did, because I was able to get Leia to Relic 8, and then I actually had to wait around to be able to get Shore Trooper even just to Gear 12. So kind of a big deal there that I waited and did it that way. I also was able to get Zori Bliss to Relic 5. The only reason she's still favored is because I want to work on her mods. But overall, like, I feel good, right? We're in a good space there. Got my resistance team, got that stuff. So now, what next? Like, where do I start heading? And so I've kind of got this framework. I've had this idea in mind. I wanted to kind of put it to paper, but give you some more background into what I'm thinking. So first, I only have 25 Zeta mats right now. So I need to be farming characters. I need to be working on teams that I already have Zetas invested in. And that's why I said I was going to do things like the Tuskens and maybe Night Sisters, where I've already got those Zetas equipped. I've already got them kind of geared up. I've got them, ready to go. Here's the other problem. I'm running out of gear 12 and stuff, but I also was running out of Kyratex. When we look, I'm very low on Kyratex, all things considered, right? I've only got 250 of each kind right now, and I know some of you are like, oh, only 250, but you think that that's not even that's enough to do one relic character, really, right? Any new character, that's enough to do one relic character. So I need to be using my Kyratex much more carefully, right? I cannot be just throwing them around. So that's another part of the equation. I can't spend Zetas, and I can't spend Kyratech right now. So what I think I'm going to be doing instead is working on increasing relic levels on a lot of teams. I really want to get my Hutt Cartel to at least Relic 7, which would include Chrysanthemum, Skiffguard Lando, Embo, and our girl Coors Light Leia. And how am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to take advantage of these double drops. I'm going to make sure that I can get these characters to the point that I can take them to Relic 7, right? That's going to be a big thing that I do. And the reason I want to do that is because it's not going to take me Kyratech. It's not going to take me Zetas. It's just going to give me basically a chance to do it, right? That's all I need. I just need an opportunity to be able to take these characters to where they need to be. And so I've got to just worry about getting signal data, which is not hard for me. Signal data is something I farm all the time. I feel good about it. So if I can do that, I'm going to be in really good shape. And the thing is, doing these higher relic levels, like if you look, it's only 20 signal data to go from Relic 5 to Relic 6, and it will be another 20 to go from Relic 6 to Relic 7, 25 here. So you think 40 signal data, 50 signal data, and then obviously, a significant amount more of the blue, which is why I've been trying to farm as much of the blue signal data as I can. But what I'm trying to point out here is that it's far, in many ways for me right now, spending less of these early on resources kind of focusing here is going to be far better for my account, that I can build up the rest of those things. And then as I'm working on those Chirotechs, working on Zetas, equipping those things, I can build my stockpile back up of the signal data and other materials. But it is something that I'm lacking in. It's something I've noticed against all of my opponents in grand arenas and things. I am always out geared, always out relic, and it's something I need to start working on. So Leia going to Relic 8 was a big deal. Obviously, I told you guys all about my Galactic Legends that I plan on taking to Relic 8. I even have that list right here where we got to go with Luke, then Lord Vader, then Rey and Kylo. Then I would actually take these 3 to Relic 9. I would take these 3 to Relic 9 before I would even get to Jabba the Hutt to Relic 8. And again, the reason I say that is because Jabba's the last character you kill. So a Relic 8 Jabba is not going to benefit my account as much as getting Chrysanthemum and those characters to Relic 7. Getting them higher is going to be more important than getting Jabba there. So just something else to consider as well. But that's kind of the big direction this account has to head in right now, that at this part of the game, it's about relics, it's about other resources, and it's about farming up the rest of the characters. When you guys look at what I have left to farm, if I was just to look at power here and then go down to the bottom. So as far as shard farming goes, we've got Seer, Kit Fisto, and then you've got Sana, Trip Zero, Saw Gerrera, Tarful, Hondo, Grogu, and IG-12 and Grogu, Paz Vizsla, and then Conquest and Journey Guide characters. So there's not a lot left that I need to finish off, right? There's not like Tusken Warrior, Cal Ripken Jr., there's not a lot left that I need to get. So all of my resources soon can just go into farming the brand newest stuff, which again is a huge thing. If I can just focus on farming the newest things, I'm going to be golden here. I'm going to be able to use those resources, get more gear, get more signal data, get more of everything that I need. It's been a big advantage to me. I've noticed my account really growing a lot now that I'm not having to constantly farm ship shards or character shards, that I'm able to focus a lot more on other things. So that's kind of how this account has had to change, where before I was always trying to play catch up and just get characters. Now I can kind of take all these things that I've put the work into obtaining and make them better. And so I think over the next, if I make a prediction, and I'll do a whole video in December where I kind of predict how 2024 will go. But I would say a sneak peek into that is my Grand Arena skill ranking is going to change significantly as my Galactic Legends relic levels increase and as their teams increase. Because a lot of players can get through these simply because I don't have the relic levels. But if I start putting relic levels on these characters, start putting those relic levels on their teams as I get more stuff, it's going to be very scary. Now I'm going to leave you guys with this. I want to leave you all with this. What I need to be careful of is that I can't just go free willy-nilly and spend all of this gear, particularly looking at my Relic 9 stash and my Relic 8 stash. I'm going to need to keep a certain amount of this on hand at all times, because if a new relic requirement comes out that needs multiple Relic 9s, and I've gone through and spent all but most of my Relic 8s, I'm going to be in a world of hurt. So it is something that you have to treat very carefully, that you make sure you have enough of this on hand to get you through what you need, because you know it's going to come. We know we're going to get more stuff that we need at these levels, and getting Relic 9s and all the rest of that is not easy to do. So that's the end of the video, guys. That's kind of what I plan on doing, right? Is I need to focus on catching the rest of my resources back up. A lot of times I was in this place where I had plenty of Zetas and I didn't have the gear, or I had plenty of gear but I didn't have the relics. So right now I'm in a place where I have the relics, I just need everything else. So time to start working on some of these passion projects that I've been trying to do over the past few years, right? Get the rest of these things up and running. So I'm very curious to see how that impacts my average numbers on these characters. What's the protection increases I'm going to be getting? What's my health pool? What's my offense pool? What's all that going to look like? Very curious to see that. You guys let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Is there anything you want to see me do? Should, when I relegate the rest of my GLs, should I put it on live streams? You guys tell me what you want to do. I love all you guys. Thank you again for all of your support during this time. I do appreciate it. And if you're still watching right now, go ahead in the comments and let me know what character you want me to Relic 8 next. I'm not saying I'm going to do that character, But you guys let me know what character you want me to relegate next. I love all you. May the force be with you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.